Shooting video with your smartphone? In today's blog, I'm going to give you 5 tips that will improve the quality. Hi there, internet fans. Ryan Perry, and today I'm going to give you 5 tips to get better quality out of your smartphone videos. Tip number 1 may seem kind of simple, but it's really important, and that is making sure that your lens is not dirty. You know, these devices are out and about, they're collecting dust. I've got the LG6, which has the fingerprint right on the back, and I can't tell you how many times I smudge the lens on the camera. So simply cleaning this off first is really going to help improve the video quality, especially fingerprints. If you ever have taken a picture or shot video and it kind of looks like it's got this dreamy effect, it just looks diffused and kind of soft, more than likely you had some fingerprints on there. So clean the screen, just get in the habit of it. You'll really appreciate the sharp, clean quality video that you get when you do. Tip number 2 has to do with audio. While these are great devices for making phone calls, the audio is not always the best, and so I recommend getting an external microphone. This is the VideoMic ME, and it's designed to plug right into the headphone jack, and now I can go ahead and start recording directly into it, and then the quality of the audio is going to be much better. If you're outdoors, I recommend getting one of these fuzzy devices. Rode has one that goes right over top, and this is going to take care of any wind noise that you might be experiencing. If you want to take your audio to the next level, I recommend getting something like this, a wired microphone. This is a lapel mic, and this will plug directly in, and you've got 25 feet of cord. This is the Audio-Technica ATR 3550, and I believe it's around $25 or $30 on Amazon, and it's a great idea if you're not having to move around a lot, such as this. That's actually what I'm shooting on right now. Tip number 3 has to do with stabilization. I'm sure most people, when they take a selfie video, think it looks as still as this, but then you watch it on YouTube and it really looks like this. A tripod is an easy way to stabilize your video. To mount your phone to the tripod, I guess you could use duct tape or something else, but instead spend a couple of dollars, get this little gadget here, and essentially what it does is it clamps over your smartphone, and then it's got a threaded bottom here that'll adapt to your tripod. Place it on the tripod, set everything up, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. If having your smartphone stuck on a tripod in a static location doesn't work for you because you need to be mobile, I recommend getting a 3-axis gimbal like this one from DJI. What's really cool about this is when I turn it on, is it automatically centers the camera, and I can go and move and be active without the jarring effect of holding the camera. This is going to minimize that, smooth it out. I've actually taken this device out on the boat across the lake, and it looks like you're right in on glass when in reality you're bouncing. 3-axis gimbal, a little bit more expensive, couple $100, but definitely worth it in production value. Tips number 4 and 5 have to do with how you actually use the device itself. Number 4 is going to be use manual settings. This is going to help you in a number of different ways. One, it's going to lock the focus in on you so that it's not going back and forth on other objects. And the last thing you want is to shoot a video and for it to not be in focus. Then you got to go back and shoot it again. It will also lock features such as ISO and shutter speed, which can affect how bright or dark the image becomes. All of this you want to be able to lock down using manual mode. Most modern smartphones have a manual feature available in them. If yours doesn't, look for something out on Google Play or on the iTunes Store. Last but not least, number 5, do I use the back-facing camera or the forward-facing camera? Ideally, you always want to use the back-facing camera, and the reason being is that this is going to be better quality. Even though your front-facing camera may shoot in high definition, the overall quality of the product is always going to be better with the back-facing camera. Now, there are some situations where you may need to do the front-facing cameras, especially if you're in a situation where you actually need to see yourself on the screen, or you're in a position where you're really not able to get the camera very far away. The front lens typically has a much wider angle, so you can capture more of a subject closer than the back one does. Now, okay, Ryan, I want to use the best quality. I'm going to use the back. I put it on a tripod. I set it up, but I don't know exactly where I'm shooting. That's okay. Go ahead, set it up on your tripod, hit record, and come in, do a test, 1, 2, 3, go back, hit stop, and then play it. See where you're standing. Do I need to move forward? Do I need to move backwards? Reposition the tripod or reposition yourself until you get the setting just right. Then when you go back and you have to shoot video again in the future, just remember where you set the tripod up, where you stood, run a quick test, make sure that everything's working. And by the way, if you're going to use a microphone, especially if it's a battery-powered microphone, always double check that the audio's working. These are my 5 tips for getting the best quality out of your smartphone video. Is there something you'd like to add? Make sure you leave a comment below. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like the video for some reason, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I won't take it personally. Looking forward to reading your comments below and responding to you. Love to know which tip you think is going to help you most.